A sudden shift in team culture is defining this offseason, and fans are starting to take notice of a surprising commitment that could alter our trajectory. While other star players across the league have opted for contract holdouts to force the hand of their front offices, our own offensive cornerstone has chosen a completely different path. Who dat? It is a massive move that speaks volumes about the future of this roster, and I want to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Do you believe this loyalty will finally lead us to the postseason this year? Stick around as we break down exactly what this means for our championship window and why this player's decision is the best news we have had in a long time. At the center of this debate is the star wide receiver Chris Olave, whose dedication to the team during voluntary offseason workouts has caught everyone by surprise. You would expect a player of his caliber, especially one entering a critical contract year, to leverage his position by skipping OTAs in search of a massive financial security blanket. Instead, Chris Olave has remained a consistent presence on the practice field, fully participating in the grind while his representatives handle the business side of the league. That decision revolves around his desire to establish a winning culture in New Orleans. When asked if he ever considered staying away until a new deal was finalized, Chris Olave made it clear that his commitment to the Saints comes before any personal payday. He views the contract negotiations as a separate entity, refusing to let the business of football overshadow the growth of our offense under Kellen Moore. This is the exact type of mentality that championship caliber teams are built upon. By showing up, Chris Olave is proving that he is more than just a talented playmaker. He is a leader who values the chemistry of the locker room over the leverage he could gain through a public standoff. For the fans who have been waiting to see a true leader emerge, this should feel like a breath of fresh air. It is rare to see a player in his position prioritize the collective goal during such a high-stakes period of his career. By staying on the field, he is actively building trust with his teammates and coaching staff, ensuring that when the season officially kicks off, there will be no rust or disconnection. This is not just about a contract. It is about his belief in the vision that is currently being assembled at the facility. The reality is that Chris Olave has earned every single cent of the massive deal he is currently pursuing. As he prepares to enter the fifth and final year of his rookie contract, he is set to earn just over $15 million, a number that is currently falling behind the rapidly inflating wide receiver market. When you look at the current landscape of the NFL, where top-tier playmakers are resetting the market with salaries north of $30 million per season, the urgency for a long-term resolution becomes obvious. Chris Olave has delivered 3 consecutive 1,000-plus yard seasons in his 4-year career, proving that he is a legit number 1 threat who can consistently beat any coverage scheme. His route running is surgical, and his ability to separate at the top of his routes makes him the most dangerous weapon on our offense. However, the negotiation process is complex because of specific concerns like injury history and the fact that he has yet to play a full 17-game season. Despite these factors, the front office and the coaching staff are fully aware that a player of his quality is the foundation of our passing game. If we want to see this offense reach its full potential alongside quarterback Tyler Show, keeping a talent like Chris Olave in the building long-term is non-negotiable. He is the heartbeat of our vertical attack and a perfect fit for the high-octane schemes we expect to see on the field in 2026. The fact that he remains engaged in the process suggests that both sides are operating in good faith, aiming to finalize the paperwork before training camp begins in July. If they can bridge the gap, it will solidify our offensive identity and allow the team to focus entirely on climbing the standings in a very competitive division. Why this really matters for the Saints is simple. Stability is the precursor to success, and our championship aspirations depend on this exact relationship between Chris Olave and the coaching staff. Every time we see a star player leave or get traded due to contract disputes, the team suffers from a loss of continuity that takes years to rebuild. By choosing to stay, Chris Olave is essentially betting on the future of this franchise. He is signaling to the rest of the league that he believes in what we are building with Tyler Shoe and the rest of the offensive unit, including the promising rookie addition Jordan Tyson. This type of buy-in is contagious. When your best offensive weapon prioritizes the team, it sets a standard for every other player in the locker room. From a competitive standpoint, Having this deal settled before training camp is the ideal scenario because it removes any potential distraction that could hinder the chemistry during the most important development weeks of the summer. We are talking about a player who has never made the postseason in his 4 years with the team, and he is clearly hungry to change that narrative. This is not just a player seeking a payday, this is a player seeking a legacy. For the fans, this represents a major opportunity to see a cornerstone player grow into the absolute face of the franchise. The impact of his presence at these sessions cannot be overstated. It allows Kellen Moore to refine his playbook with his best target locked in and ready to execute. If we want to be a Super Bowl contender, we cannot afford to lose momentum, and keeping Chris Olave happy and focused is the single most important objective for the front office heading into the final stretch of the offseason. The consequences of failing to reach an agreement could be catastrophic for our momentum, but the optimism surrounding the team right now is palpable. Tyler Show has been vocal about how much he values having Chris Olave out there during these voluntary sessions. He noted that the veteran receiver's work ethic is visible every single day, and that his presence provides immense value to the rest of the younger players who are trying to find their footing in this new offensive system. If this were to drag on into the season as a holdout scenario, the team would be forced to deal with constant media speculation and questions that would inevitably distract from our primary goal of winning games. Instead, we are looking at a situation where the player is handling his business with class, allowing the organization to focus on their depth chart and overall roster health. Looking ahead, a new contract for Chris Olave would likely lock him in as one of the highest paid players at his position, but that is a price that successful organizations must be willing to pay for consistency. We have seen how quickly windows of opportunity can close in the NFL, and the addition of rookie talent like Jordan Tyson indicates that we are pushing hard to maximize our efficiency on the field right now. If we can get this deal signed by July, it sends a message that we are serious about competing for a title in 2026. This isn't just about the money, it's about the peace of mind that comes from knowing your best players are fully invested in the journey. The Saints are standing at a crossroads, and by securing their star receiver, they can bypass the drama and move directly toward building the chemistry required to dominate our opponents. As we move closer to training camp, all eyes will be on the front office to see if they can finalize these terms and reward the dedication Chris Olave has shown. We have seen the stats, we have seen the commitment, and now we are all waiting to see the signature on the dotted line. This move, if finalized, would be the most important piece of the puzzle to complete before the first preseason game. It puts the entire team on notice that we are aiming for the top of the division. The business side of the NFL is often cold and unpredictable, but Chris Olave has handled this situation with a level of professionalism that every fan should appreciate. He's not just looking out for himself, he's looking out for the future of this roster, the development of his quarterback, and the ultimate success of the team that drafted him. This is the definition of a team player, and he is setting a massive example for every young prospect looking to make their mark on this franchise. We are witnessing the maturation of a star, and the best is yet to come for this offense. As we look at the upcoming schedule and the challenges that lie ahead in 2026, it is clear that having him locked in is our biggest advantage. Now, I want to hear from you. With Chris Olave showing such massive commitment to the team, do you believe he is worth a top-of-market contract extension that could exceed $30 million per season? Or would you approach this deal with more caution? Drop a comment below with your take, make sure you're subscribed to the channel for more updates, and keep that Saints energy high as we gear up for the season.